back to another video. So, I know I've been MIA the last couple of days. I went to the Ranger game on Tuesday night, and I saw MJ the Musical last night. So, I've been running right in and out of the city the last couple of days, and if you like Michael Jackson, go watch the musical. It's amazing. It was phenomenal. So, I'm sick and tired of covering, why aren't the Yankees making this move? Why are they not trading this person? It's getting tiring, right? Because we're constantly running around in circles and banging our heads against the friggin' wall. So I kind of want to start talking about concrete stuff. And we finally have something concrete with the Yankees, and that's the report dates for spring training. So the date is February 16th. And before I give you my take on what's going to happen before that, I need you to subscribe. 92% of you, so 92% of my audience is not subscribed to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Okay, if you keep coming back to watch these videos, obviously you like the channel, so hit the subscribe button. Do. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're helping the channel. Leave a like. Do what you got to do. So February 16th, that's 34 days, 16 hours away. I don't know who's keeping track like that, but I am. You know, I'm extremely excited to finally have a date where we know that baseball will be played. This is the first uninterrupted spring training since 2019, so this will feel normal. This will finally be normal. You know, last year was the labor strike and the labor lockout, and the year before that, the last couple of years, was COVID. So we finally have an uninterrupted spring training. And with position players, they're reporting on February 20th. So even though we all know position players will be there before that, but if they don't report, they have to report by the 20th. So we finally have some evidence. Now, will the Yankees make a move between now and the report date? My answer is probably not. I don't think so. The Pirates, who are still clowns and they're a joke. I'll say it again. I don't mind saying it because it's true. They want a king's ransom for a $12.5 million a year player, regardless if they can pay him or not. Okay? That number shouldn't have got out if you're the Pittsburgh Pirates, because now you're screwed. It seems like the Texas Rangers are really pushing hard. They have 3 top 100 pitching prospects, and that's what the Pirates want. So it looks like the Rangers are ahead of the Yankees, but the Yankees are still kind of involved. I've heard Seth Brown's name, a guy that really doesn't fit what the Yankees want. He's a left-handed power hitter. He hit 25 bombs the other day over last season, but he strikes out a ton, and that's not what you want. You want a high-contact guy. So we're kind of grasping at straws now to try to see, can they just get a body in here to replace Aaron Hicks? Listen, you don't want to get to the point where you're going to have buyer's remorse and you're going to bring in a left fielder that is worse than Aaron Hicks, right? I'm not saying Aaron Hicks is the answer, but just because Aaron Hicks is supposedly the starting left fielder, is going to be the lead for that position at this particular moment, it doesn't mean we have to overreact and say, okay, just bring anybody in, right? That's not how it works. I think the Yankees will pay a fair price for the right player in the right situation, and I don't think that has culminated yet. And I think that if Cashman has shown you anything in this particular offseason, he's shown patience for the right deal. He's not going to make a stupid trade. He's not going to overpay with prospects for a particular player. And I think that's the right move. And it's not because, again, I'm prospect hugging this, that, and the other thing. It's because you want to pay a fair price. You don't want to overpay just because you have a particular need, but that need isn't dire. You still have Oswaldo Cabrera. You still have some type of in-house things that you can use. Yes, the team is not better offensively. Yes, we need to bring in a bat. We're a bat short. With Correa leaving the Mets and going back to Minnesota, it's another bat off the board. Like I said, I don't think the Yankees were really involved with that. It made sense if he was willing to play third and take a huge pay cut. But, I thought it was a slim chance to begin with. But, when you look at the team as it's currently intact, and Aaron Boone said this in an interview, this is the best pitching rotation he's had since he's been here. Now, we'll see how he uses that rotation. I'll say it again, I'm not a Boone fan, and I don't like the way he handles his pitching staff when he's been put in charge of it. I love Matt Blake. I just don't like the way Aaron Boone takes his pitchers out too early, goes to the bullpen and exhausts the bullpen, and then says, I don't know why we're exhausted. So, we'll talk about Boone in a separate video. I'm still working on the 5 reasons not to be excited for the season. He's on it. So we'll talk about Boone then. So, when you look at the Yankees as a whole, they're not better on the offensive side of the ball. They are better with the pitching rotation and the starting rotation. Health will be the key for most of those guys. If they can stay healthy and give us a full season, the pitching staff will be a huge plus for the Yankees going into 2023. And I think that when it comes to this report date, it's, again, go look at the 10 reasons to be excited. A lot of the reasons to be excited is the pitching. It's the full rotation as a whole. It's not just the top 2. You have 4 out of 5 quality guys in your rotation. And if Montas can bounce back, which I think he will, he's healthy. Okay. He had shoulder inflammation. He didn't have a rotator cuff. He didn't have a labrum, right? Nothing was torn. So hopefully with some rest and taking some rest over the offseason, he's able to kind of get back to his form. But we have a date. So we finally have we finally have something to talk about, and we kind of have a deadline. So what will the Yankees look like going on February 16th? And again, my response is it's going to be the same. There's nothing really going to happen. I think if you do see a trade, it'll be after the report date. I think it'll be after it might be even after spring training games start, to kind of see where the left field situation is at, how they're playing, how these minor league guys that they brought in on invites are playing, the Calhouns, the McKinneys, and the kid from the Cubs, his name is Ortega. Thank you. So how those guys are performing in spring training, if they have a chance of making the roster. So I really do think that they're going to go that route, and then they'll try to go make a move somewhere else. And the Twins seem like they're willing to trade Arias. So he's linked to the Marlins for Pablo Lopez. I saw that deal, or that rumor. So if the Twins are open to trading Luis Arias, the Yankees should call up the Twins, see if they can get Kepler and Arias and maybe move Glaber. That's something that I can see. But we'll see what happens. At this point, you got to see where DJ's at before you start trading Glaber. If DJ's healthy and he's DJ, then maybe you talk about moving Glaber. Also, it depends on if they can finally get rid of Donaldson, which I don't think is going to happen. The Yankees love Donaldson's glove. They love his defense, and they're hoping that last year was just a blip on the screen for his offensive statistics, and that he bounces back and has a big year offensively. So I think that that's what they're doing as well. So that's all I got for you today. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. 92% of you need to hit the subscribe button. Come on, help me out. I've been helping you out with all this content. You can help me out, and the least you could do is hit the subscribe button. So I'll catch you guys on the next video, whenever that is. Like I said, when there's a big thing to talk about the Yankees, I'll jump on. Going back and forth with another channel, we might do some type of collaboration. So once we figure that out, maybe you'll see that as well. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.